Please, I can't sleep.
It's time to listen to Courtney at last on the Ramblings of an Insomniac podcast.
Hello. Welcome to the 13th episode of the Ramblings of an Insomniac. I am Courtney Perry. Woohoo! We did it. 2022. It has arrived. Woo! And this is episode 13, which is my favorite number, my lucky number. So, 2022, episode 13. I'm outside right now. It's a little after 1 on January 1st, 2022, and I am sitting here thinking, I'm not one of those people that's like, wow, a new year, so new beginnings and new this and make resolutions and all that. I know this sounds weird, but I feel like if I say, okay, my goals are, and I'm going to suddenly change everything and do all these new things, and here's my goal, and I don't know, it's like once I say it out loud and I give myself a list, it just is weird to me. For me personally, I just have to Nike it, just get out of bed and start doing it. And so I'm not one of those resolution people. However, if you are, that's awesome. Whatever works for you. If resolutions work for you, that is amazing. I am for whatever works for you. So what works for me is just saying I am happy that I am here. I'm happy that I have seen another year, I'm currently standing outside looking at an amazing view, breathing in clean, fresh air, and looking up at stars that I can see because there are no city lights just out, in the country. So I can see the stars, I can see them clearly, and I'm just feeling grateful. I'm feeling appreciative. I'm feeling, I suppose those might be the same thing, but I'm just feeling good to be alive. And I am feeling, it's just weird because I want to wake up and I want to see New Year's and go, God, here we go to new beginnings. But then I'm like, but new beginnings, I'm here because of my past. I'm here because of yesterday, the day before. And every day has made me who I am today. So there's been some shitty days, and there's been some sad days, and there's been some, just not pleasant ones that I want to forget, and I try not to dwell upon. But, the cliche is, that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Although I swear it does also kill you because here's the deal. It may make you stronger, that is for sure, but it also certainly can give you a heart attack and high blood pressure and insomnia. It can give you a lot of health issues too, but it can make you stronger. So, it's both. It's funny. There's like the early bird gets the worm, but then there's also like, you need sleep so that you can feel better and stop and smell the roses. And for every one saying to get up early, there's one to like sleep in. For every, enjoy life and take it by the horns, there's also slow down, stop, take your time, smell the roses. So just try to live in the right now, and what I'm feeling right this moment is grateful. And it just so happens to be on New Year's Day. And it's kind of ironic because I have insomnia, and you would think that for any insomniac, their best day, they would live for New Year's Eve, right? Because you're supposed to stay up late. Like, that's the entire point, is to stay up late. So you'd think that's like an insomniac's dream holiday. But it's kind of funny because the last few years I have fallen asleep by like 11, which never, ever, ever happens on the other 364 days a year. But for whatever reason, on New Year's Eve, I am exhausted. And then I start thinking about it, and I'm like, I think I'm just exhausted because some years are harder than others. And some years are tough, and some years are exciting and happy, and some years are a combination of both. And so it's just so many emotions. And I'm a pretty empathetic person, and I feel emotions of others so deeply. And so for New Year's, I think I just get exhausted. I get tired in a good and a bad way. I'm just mentally spent because I think the year has caught up on me. And like I said, that could be a good thing. Maybe I had so much excitement that I'm exhausted. Maybe it was a combination of bad and good, and, but regardless, I feel so many people's emotions, and there's so many people around me right now that are struggling and going through so much heartache, and it bums me out. I feel bad because, we do need to struggle to be able to appreciate the good. We need to struggle to make us be able to figure things out and problem solve, and, but it's still a bummer, and you hate to see people going through stuff. And then for me personally, I feel bad. I actually feel bad if I'm not going through something. I end up feeling bad if I am, like, for example, 2020. For me, I was so fortunate because I was able to keep my job. And I was fortunate because I had a place to live. And I felt horrible for that for some reason, And then I think, but I've worked hard my entire life, and I've struggled a lot. I've had a lot of struggles. So I shouldn't feel bad for continuing to have a job, and I shouldn't feel bad for having a place to live, but I just am one of those people that I do. And then, so, I think New Year's Eve, it's weird. I oddly end up falling asleep before midnight more often than not. And you would think, like I said, being an insomniac, that would be like my one holiday that I'm like, yes, we live for this. I don't know. But at any rate, I just wanted to say, I try not to go, this year is going to bring me this or that. I try to just say, this day, today, January 1st, 2022, I'm just going to be happy that my eyes are open right now, and right this moment I'm looking at an amazing view. I'm breathing in fresh air that feels, although freezing, it just feels amazing. And right now there are people out there who are unable to do that. And I'm going to be so grateful that I have 2 sons that are healthy, and I have awesome, amazing dogs and cats that I love, and I have my health. And so I'm going to live for right this moment. And January 2nd, 2022 will be a new day. But again, I appreciate so much people that say, hey, you know what? Reset button. Reset. This is a new year. And with that brings whatever it is I want, So, like I said, I'm not knocking any way. Whatever you feel is going to make you happy and healthy mentally is good. And so to everybody, I say happy January 1st, 2022. And I hope that everybody can also remember that I heard that Betty White passed away on the 31st, yesterday. And If we could all live a little like Betty White, what a freaking awesome world, you know? She managed to combine strength and poise and beauty and intelligence and integrity mixed with someone who didn't seem to care what religion you were, what race you were, what political background you were from. She just seemed to judge someone by their character. So, you know, hats off to you, Miss Betty White, and I know the world is just lost an amazing person, and I think we should all kind of look to her. And what would Jesus do? What would Betty White do? Anyways, I think we should all have a little Betty White in us for 2022 and forward. Anyways, hey, again, if anybody needs to hear it and you haven't heard it in a long time, you freaking rock. You rock, and I hope that this year brings you health and peace. Thank you again for listening, and tune in next time, because I am going to try to have a 4- and 6-year-old's point of view on the new year.